everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic. Today we are going to talk about foul and odors and foul odors and what do you do? How do you prevent? What happens if you get? Let's get the video started. Okay, disclaimers, let's get those out of the way. This video is for buyers. Sellers, if you are listening and you find yourself getting a little bit offended or the hackles on your neck are kind of going up a little bit, please just chill it down a little bit because this really is coming from a place of love. I'm really trying to help the buyers. Sellers gotta sell, buyers gotta buy. Today is for buyers, okay? So, along my journey of purchasing pre-loved items, there are some things that I have learned. The first thing that I want to tell you is never, ever, ever let anyone tell you that if you are sensitive to smells, you should always buy new. That simply isn't true. I have many pre-loved bags here that do not have a smell. I have had some pre-loved bags that have come to me with an odor, and I have made them well and passed them along. I have some bags that have come to me that had an odor that I couldn't deal with, and I passed that along and was very honest about that when I sold it. So let's talk about things that you should look for within a posting. Whether you're doing it on Facebook, whether you're getting it from Fashion File, or whether you're looking for it on eBay, there are certain things that should clue you in that there might be an issue, and not a big issue as in that person is dishonest or it might not be a good sale. It's just a flag that says, oh, I need to ask some more questions before I decide to make this purchase. That's really all that it is. I want to take a quick moment to kind of talk about adjectives. We should unpack them and have a good discussion. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, please, after this video, look up Schoolhouse Rock adjectives. Enjoy the song. It'll be a good one. For those of you who haven't heard it in a while, look up Schoolhouse Rock adjectives and sing along. See how much you can remember. All right, so we use adjectives to describe what we're talking about. And in a sentence, it could be things like vachetta, handbag, interior, right? Cloth. Adjectives look something like bright, dirty, clean, foul, right? So here's the thing. When there's an adjective present, there's a noun present. And if they're giving you the adjective, pay close attention. I'm going to give you a case, an example. All right, this is the bag that I'm currently using. You guys know it. It's the Looping GM. I want you to get a good look at that, at the vachetta, the handle here, right? I personally think that's a beautiful color. I would call that a nice honey color, and if I were looking to buy it, I would think that's pretty cool. Now let's say though that I didn't see a description. I couldn't see it. All right? I'm going by description only. And this individual said it's not dark vachetta, right? So I would go, it's not dark vachetta. So in my mind, I'm going to get a picture of what that looks like because we have an adjective involved, right? Before, I just knew that there was vachetta on the bag. Now I know that there's no dark vachetta on the bag. Still, there's vachetta on the bag, okay? So I'm going to say that the seller is coming from this place. So this is my Speedy 25. She has very dark handles. Now, we've worked with her over the past couple of years and looks much better. But as you can tell, this is dark vachetta. So if I were going to sell this bag and I didn't have a way to give the person a way to look at it, of course we all know we take pictures and we look, right? Don't ever buy a bag sight unseen. This is just as an example. But if I were going to look at it and if this was my baseline, I would say the vachetta is not dark. right? It's a good adjective when you're looking at both of those items. Here's where the problem comes in. I'm going to bring out my Speedy Bee monogram. Let's take a look at her. Right? Now, this is in my home, and this is the vachetta that I'm used to seeing, right? What do you think now? So if I get this bag in, and this is my point of reference, will it be a darker vachetta? It really will. That's the problem with adjectives when we're trying to purchase something, because if it's something we can't touch and identify when we're purchasing, we have to rely on description. So, and for sellers, please, this is a moment when you might be a little offended. Please forgive me. Again, not a point, not a place of anything bad. This is really for buyers, and I have to say, when you see someone post no foul odors, I would like for you to follow up with a question, and it could look something like this. Hey, I'm really interested in your bag. I noticed that you said no foul odors. Could you tell me if there are odors present in general? Is there anything that you smell in the bag? I'm asking you to do that because there's two things that are going on, I believe, at that, maybe three, at that moment in time. Number one, disclaimer before I do number one, disclaimer. 98% of the people that you come in contact who are trying to sell you a bag are giving you their honest opinion. There is always that 2% out there that are probably just trying to sell the bag and they really don't care at the end of the day whether you have a problem with it beyond that point. I will tell you, when it comes to places like Louis Vuitton Addicted by Sell and Chat, even eBay, they will not defend your, oh my lordy, there's a bad smell of funk up in this purse, all right? PayPal is not going to go to bat for you on that. And if you buy something on Louis Vuitton Addicted by Sell and Chat, that's also via PayPal. PayPal's not going to help you, and the group says, like, listen, sense of smell varies from person to person, so you're kind of stuck. Ask the question up front. I will tell you why. When I see no foul odors, I look at foul as being the adjective. I look at odors as being the noun, right? It is no foul odors. So I go, no foul odors. Okay, no foul odors. But if I take the adjective away, there could still be odors in that bag. So I say that because, let's say, just like the reference point for the color of vachetta, it works the same way for odors. Let's say, as an example, I love this perfume so much. It is Twilly d'Hermes, but it's an Hermes perfume, and it's wonderful. And if you've never smelt it, please get your happy nose to a store. Nordstrom has them, and get yourself like a sample so you can enjoy it for a little bit and determine if you also like it. Here's what I know about the statement that I just made. I personally love this perfume. Somebody who is listening and watching me today is going to go try this perfume. They're going to go to their nearest Nordstrom. They're going to walk over to the counter and they're going to say, hey, I'm looking for that Twilly d'Hermes. Can I give it a sniffy sniff? They're going to sniff it and go, good Lord, this is really bad funk. It's bad. I don't know why she likes it, right? Because it's just personal preference. It's a personal preference on smell. This will smell delightful to some of you. It's going to reek to others. That's okay, but I think that's where the foul odors come in. let's say the bag has a heavy perfume smell. Let's say I dumped I dropped my purse and this broke in my Speedy, in this Speedy right here. And it went all over, just all over. Now to me, it's not a foul odor. It's a perfume smell, but who wouldn't like to smell like Twilly d'Hermes all day long, right? So if I said no foul odors, I wouldn't be lying. I would be saying that from my heart. It would be the most honest thing that I could say. It would be a sweet smelling bag to me. However, let's say that you have allergic reaction to a lot of handbags and you don't ask me, hey, I saw that you said no foul odors. Is there any odor at all present? It doesn't give me, as the seller, an opportunity to say, no, really, it's just I dumped a bottle of perfume in it and it really smells wonderful. Like if you're allergic to a lot of perfumes, that's your opportunity to go, oh, wow, thank you for letting me know. Perfume usually gives me a really raging headache. I'm going to pass. And then I would have the opportunity, of course, to sell it to the next person who also enjoys perfume smells. I was speaking with a lady from one of the sites, and she said, listen, I bought a bag once that had a vanilla smell to it. That sounds heavenly to me. I love the smell of vanilla. She hates the smell of vanilla, and here it is, a vanilla bag, and she can't get rid of the vanilla smell. So she has a bag that she's not using, right? I'm just saying, when you see an adjective, ask for clarification. In this instance, we are talking about odors, so that's why we're talking about the word foul. I completely understand why a seller would say that. It's because in the very beginning, people used to say, no, there's no smells. I'm not bothered by anything. And people would get it and go, oh, there's a smell in the bag. So I think, this is just my theory, that they started using the term foul to say, listen, it's not a mildewy smell. I think somebody actually said that. We had a discussion on the Facebook page, and somebody said, I use that to say there's no mildewy smell. There's no, like, something really has gone wrong in this bag smell. That, that smell where you can smell mold, that kind of thing. And I think that that's a wonderful way to look at it. I don't think there's anything wrong with using that word when someone is posting it, although I will tell you, every time I see the word, I always go, there's an odor present, right? There's an odor present. Like it just, I actually crack myself up because it's just something that I tend to focus on because I do smell things, and I contact the seller. Sometimes the seller is friendly about it. Sometimes not so much. I will tell you that if a seller is upset by you asking that question, probably not the best seller for you to purchase from. There are plenty of sellers out there. Like, no worries at all. There you have that. So just ask. And like I said, 98% of the sellers are going to be very honest. They're going to tell you, they're going to be like, look, it smells like my Uncle Joe's house, or it smells like vanilla, but that's a wonderful smell, or I dropped some perfume in it, or, this was my aunt's and she stored it with her clothes in the cedar closet, so it's got that storage kind of smell to it. I don't know if that would bother you or not. Gives you the wonderful opportunity to go, yeah, storage doesn't bother me so much. What kind of perfume does it smell like? Oh, Twilly, I love that. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get it. So anyway, there you have that. I know that I've kind of gone long about it, but that's what you do in order to make sure that you're not getting something that you're not happy with. Ask the question. That's what those adjectives are there for. Dark vachetta. Foul bag, right? Foul odor. Make sure, ask the question. Okay, guys, I'm sorry that I've gone so long. I think I'm going to do this in a two-parter. So let's stop here. I'm going to say thank you so much for watching this video. I'm going to go ahead and throw the next one out. I'll try to get the next one out for tomorrow, and we'll do that at that time. So thank you. If you haven't already, take a moment to subscribe. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye.